Hello, babes, and welcome back. So today, this is the beginning of week 6, so we're gonna change the workouts. When I say a little bit, I mean probably completely, because up until now we've been doing the 5-day bro split. So arms, chest, back, shoulders, and legs. Not in that particular sequence, but still we're doing the bro split. So I was watching a video yesterday. The bro split, I mean, it's good. It's good for the soul, and it's relatively easier to do versus what I'm about to do and what I'm about to be doing. But it's not as effective when it comes to building muscle because you don't target and hit muscles twice a week. So I don't do chest twice a week and I don't do back twice a week when I'm on the bro split. And there is obviously a bit of overlapping. So when I do back, I do a little bit of biceps, although not a lot. And when I do chest, I do a little bit of triceps, although not a lot. So there is overlap, but it's not enough. So we're gonna go back to upper, lower, upper, lower, upper. How's that gonna look like? So I'm gonna start the upper day today, legs tomorrow, then probably take a day off, and then we're gonna go upper, lower, and the third upper day, it's going to be mostly arms and side lats sort of thing. So we don't really I don't see the point of doing like hitting chest and back a third time in the same week, especially when you only train 5 days. If you're going to hit back and chest again on the same week 3 times, especially if you're training hard enough, I don't see how you can recover, in all honesty. Like at my size right now, if I do that, I'm going to be toast within 2 weeks. There's no question about it. If I'm going to do upper body 3 times and legs 3 times, I'm fucked. And no way I'm doing that. So we're gonna start the upper body. This will consist, it's very simple. It will consist of an exercise for chest, an exercise for back, an exercise for chest, an exercise for back. So 4 exercises total. I'm gonna be doing them, I'm gonna be changing intermittently. So I'm just gonna start with the chest, I'll do 1 set, and I'm gonna go do the back 1 set and then come back. It's kind of like a superset, although not really. I'm obviously gonna be taking a little bit of a rest in between sets. But still, because obviously when I'm doing chest, I'm hitting chest and triceps, maybe a little bit of front delts as well. So that should be these muscles taken care of. And then I can go and do back because I'm hitting, biceps, maybe a little bit of forearms, and back mostly. So completely different muscle group. So all I need is just to catch my breath in between sets and I should be ready to go. So we're going to start here. We're going to start with the flat the bench press on the Smith machine. The reason I'm using Smith machine is because now that I'm going to be doing much more volume than I'm usually accustomed to, I don't want to put a ton of systemic fatigue on my body. So if I can target a specific muscle group without putting a ton of fatigue and a ton of, friction on other parts of the body, I'd rather do that. And just sort of like try to balance it that way, because otherwise, again, I'm just going to be burnt out within 2 weeks. So let's begin here. First set, I've talked for quite a while, but it was important. So first set, I've got 90 kilos on plus, 70, 75? What have I got on? No, sorry, 70 kilos plus about 90 kilos. No, that's correct. I thought I had 95 for a second. So wrap that one out. That's pretty much the order of business. And then when I catch my breath, which shouldn't really take more than a minute or a minute and a half, we're going to go and we're going to do the first back set, which is going to be close grip rows on the cables. So on the back, similarly with chest, when I say 2 chest exercises, we do 1 exercise for the middle chest and 1 exercise for the upper chest. That's how I split it. And then for the back, similarly, we do 1 exercise where we're pulling towards our chest and 1 exercise where we're pulling down towards our head, I guess, or shoulders, whatever you might want to call that. So there's one that comes to your chest and one that comes down. It's a pull down and one that just pulls, like a row exercise. If you have these 2, they should take care they should take care of your back for the most part. So let's begin the first set and then talk more through it if we need to. Whoosh. 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 Oh, oh. Very good first set. Let's move over and do some back. One thing with back, I've said this before, because my back is ahead of the game, so ahead of the rest of my body. It's big and it's strong. What I'm going to be doing is each chest exercise is going to be comprised of 4 sets each, so 8 sets total for the day. Each back exercise, or rather the first back exercise of the day, is going to be 4 sets. The second back exercise is going to be 3 sets, so 7 sets in total for the day, not 8. The reason I'm doing this is just because my back is ahead of the game, and I'd rather spend time and energy and resources on the chest, triceps, and shoulders rather than I would like to spend, all these on my back. With that being said, we're going to do the first set here and then move back and do some chest. Ooh. 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 Ah. Cool. Right. Let's smash the second sets on both chest and back. Ooh. Ooh. Uh, 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 Ah. Second set, for back. The actual grip doesn't really matter to me as much, just as long as you change it. So we're going to do obviously this exercise with close grip. The next time on the second upper day, when I'm going to do the same exercise, when I say the same exercise, when I'm going to do rows for back, it's going to be a different grip. So as long as you alternate between grips, because you have close grip, you can do wide, you can do neutral, you can do underhand. There's like 4 or 5 different really exercises, because you just change the grip. It doesn't, like, the machine remains the same, obviously, right? The cable, I guess, remains the same, the structure and all. But you change the grip, and because you change the grip, you target different muscles, which is fantastic, because then with one machine, you could probably do 4 or 5 exercises, right? So the more of these you have in your gym, the better. Use them. So we're going to start the second set, as I said, and go from there. Ish. 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 Uh, 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 uh. Oh, fuck me. Mm. Uh, 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 Oh. Oh, that's the third set down here. Can't believe we actually have one more. Should have drop set. Might not be the worst idea. Let's do some back first. This will be the third set to the back. And I think after the fourth set, for both exercises, we're going to do a drop set. The thing with drop sets, because I was debating this in my head for a very long time. It's like, is a drop set as effective as a proper set? And obviously, the reason I'm asking this is because you do reduce the weight. Yeah, you do more reps, but you do reduce the weight quite a lot sometimes. So is this as effective as the working set? The answer, I think, it's actually yes, if not more. I know this may come as a shocker. It might be, I don't know if it's controversial or not, but doing a drop set within certain parameters, but doing a drop set at the end of the four sets, so you've done 3 sets and the last set is a drop set, and you genuinely try to go very, very hard and to failure, you obviously do more reps than your usual working sets because these have more weight on. Yeah, I think it's just as good, if not better, and better for a variety of reasons. One of them is that because you have less weight, you're not risking injury as much, especially since you're 3 sets deep. So I like drop sets, man. I don't know what to say. It's not that they're easier. They're easier in the beginning, right? Like you do the first 5 reps and you're like, this is easy. But then you do 10 more reps on the set than you usually do on the working set. And you're like, fuck, the last 5 reps are like, Jesus, this is tough. And that's kind of like the point. But yeah, it's not an easy exercise and it's not a way to make the exercises easier. It shouldn't be, at least. But yeah, let's do the third set and then let's move to the drop sets. I've already taken the 30 kilos off, so 15 aside. I've taken them off. I'm down to 60 for the chest. And here I'm probably going to take 4 plates off. That should be good enough. But let's begin the final working set and then do the drop set. Ish. 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 Ah. Right. Gonna take a minute and then drop sets. Right, drop set. Drop set number 1. So 60 kilos on. The idea is pretty simple. Failure. I'm not going to take anything less than that. It's going to have to go to failure, which means that I can't re-rack all the way to the top. I can't re-rack here. I could probably re-rack there. That's fine. That's failure to me, but not up there. So let's start the set. I reckon 20 reps. I reckon 20 plus. Let's see if I'm right. Ish. Uh, 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 ah! Oh, that's that. Ooh, that was definitely 20 plus. I kind of lost count after 15, but I'm pretty confident that was 20 plus. 20 plus reps. As you could probably see on the last few, like I was starting from there, my way down, I stopped there, went back down, stopped there, re-racked. That's kind of like how failure looks. And the only thing that changes when you reach failure is like the speed at which you do reps. Your technique should remain the same. But the only thing that changes is just the speed of the reps. So if you go like this, for argument's sake, don't do it, but I'm just saying if you are, the last few reps should look something like That's the trick. Right. So I'm back now. I only took 4 plates off because that seems like a good amount to take off. Now, how many reps I can actually do here is a mystery on the job set, but we're going to find out. I'm not going to promise 20 plus. I can tell you that much. It might be more. I don't know. You know, when you bend and you go from 90 to 60, you've done it so many times. You kind of know how much you can lift. It's 90 kilos, you take the 15s off, you're down to 60. Nice and easy, plain and simple. Here, especially because the weight is not on the actual plates. They just go from plate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 18. I'm guessing its plate is around 5 kilos, but that's besides the point. But here, because you don't have the amount of weight that you're moving, you just have plate number 1, plate number 11, plate number 15. I know that I went from 15, 16 plates down to 11. I just don't know what that means, how that translates to a weight number. So we're gonna rep that one out until we can't rep that one out anymore. Then that would be the set. So, and after that, we're gonna do some cables for upper chest because we've already done flat benching. So that's pretty much mid chest, front delts, But we're gonna do some upper chest after, and then, as I said, a pull down movement, because you have 2 movements when it comes to back. One, you pull to your chest, and the other one's you pull down to your head, towards your head, I guess. So let's do the drop set here, and then set up stuff for the remaining of the exercises. Oosh. 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 Uh, 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 ah. Woo. That's that. I am gonna take a few minutes and then start the cables. All right, so we're gonna start the second chest exercise, which is obviously gonna target the upper chest because we've already targeted the mid pecs, front delts, triceps. So this is purely upper chest. As I said, 4 sets on this one, and we're gonna do some back after. It's probably gonna be like a lat pull down or something like that, but let's begin. Mm. Mm. Oof. 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 Right. Oh, fuck me. So just staying true to what I said before. I want to be able to target my muscles as much as possible, specific muscle groups as much as possible when I do upper, lower, upper, lower, upper versus the bro split. Because if you are going to do the bro split, it's feasible. Like, you can do it still and obviously get great gains from it, but you're going to have to be smart about it. So if you are going to do the bro split, like back, chest, shoulders, arms, and legs, you should be doing a lot more compound exercises, so free weight stuff. so you can fractionally target other muscles. So, for example, if you're going to do underhand pull-ups, or if you're going to do bend over barbell rows, they do target biceps as well. But just think that for every 4 sets of bend over barbell rows, you're doing like 2 bicep sets at the same time, not 4, but 2, 1 to 2, depending on how you do it. So if you are going to do the bro split, you need to adjust that so you can target every muscle group and try to hit that as much as possible. Ideally, at least 2 times a week. Versus the upper lower is a lot different. Like if I were to do compound movements 3 times a week and then 2 times legs, which is technically 5 days. Fucking hell, just saying it 5 days in a row doing compound movements, I will be toast. Probably from week 1. I wouldn't even make it to week 2 without, start seeing a dip in performance. So if you are going to do upper lower, that gives you a lot more leeway, and you can do exercises that actually they promote more isolation on the muscle group that you are targeting. This is why I do cables. This is why I did the Smith machine. This is why I do cables for rows, and I'm going to do pull downs here. And I'm not going to do any bend over barbell rows. I'm not going to start moving any free weight when I do upper lower. It's just too much fatigue. And you can be smart about it. I mean, you can do 2 weeks, and then the third week is going to be a deload week, and then repeat the cycle. If you can recover, you can do 3 weeks, and then the 4th week is going to be a deload week. But you're going to have to be very, very smart and very, very aware of what's happening to your body, and very honest about, whether you can actually go all out again this week, or it's time to take a deload week if you are going to do something like that. But for me, I recover fairly well if I'm going to do upper, lower, and do more isolation movements versus free weight movements. That's just kind of like my reasoning behind it. So we're going to do the second set here. And then if the lady behind me left, we can actually start the pull downs at the same time. So let's do the second set here. Alright, so we're going to start the pull downs. We're going to use the straight bar. You can use whatever grip you want to use. There are no right or wrong answers in this one. Just remember, when you are going to hit lat pull downs again in a week, change the grip to something else. Like you can do underhand, you can do neutral, you can use the mag grip, you can use the close grip, whatever you want to do. Just change the grips so you can make sure that you're targeting other areas of your back as well, and you're utilizing as many fibers as possible versus doing the same thing over and over again. Not to mention that that's a bit boring. So we're going to start the first set. Only 3 sets on this one, not 4, as I said in the beginning. So what do I have 13 plates. It should be good enough. Let's just start the set. Oh, not bad. uh, 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 the ah. Oh, that's that for test. One more exercise. One more exercise. Sorry, one more set. We're back, and then we're going to call it a day. No drop sets on the last two exercises. Maybe I should have, but you know, I mean, this one is 3 sets, and this one it kind of felt good, so I was like, let's keep the weight. Nope. Nope, nope. How was that? Oh, fuck me. We're done. We are done. We can finally call it a day. I say finally, it's just honestly, the first two exercises felt great. Don't get me wrong, they actually felt very, very good. The first couple of sets of these also felt good, but then it's like, you know, I'm not saying I hate being here, I'm just saying you're not hitting exercises with the same intention. In the same intensity, with the same energy, which is to be expected, especially if you get sets to failure. It's like, I don't see how you can do that. But wrapping it up, tomorrow it's leg day. On the leg days, because obviously I'm going to do 2 leg days and I'm only going to have 8 sets total for the leg day. So 4 hamstrings, 4 quads. I am going to also start the leg day with shoulders. I know it's a bit, odd, but all in all, I need to hit shoulders as well in the week. So we're going to do side lats, rear delts quickly, just like 4 sets, but like quickly. And then we're going to start the leg day. So it should be easy enough. I don't see how side lats and rear delts are going to get me that tired that I can't really focus on the leg day after that. Time management might be a little bit of an issue, as in it's going to take too long. But we'll see. I still need to hit the shoulders as well. So what I might do is do that, and then on the third upper body session, which is obviously going to be mainly arms and a little bit of side lats, I might do more side lats then. I don't know. It will depend. This is kind of like the first week. I'm just going to see how it goes and make adjustments if I need to in the following weeks. But I think my plan is pretty solid. We're hitting upper body minus a couple of muscles 3 times a week. And then we're hitting legs twice. And on the leg day, we're going to do some shoulders, just 4 sets, 1 exercise. Should be good enough, should be good to go. It shouldn't really cause too much of a trouble. But yeah, we're going to wrap today up. And I'm going to see you tomorrow with shoulders and legs. Peace.